Today we're going to play Flip City. Flip City is a quick card game for one to four players. The solo edition of it has a few rules, so I'll give you a breakdown of the cards first. Your starting deck for this game. Actually, I'm going to play it without the office. So I'm going to take out the expansion, just put in the normal cards, get rid of this office. So. So the premise of this game is that you have cards that are double-sided, and these double-sided cards allow you to, basically they have different abilities on each one. Cards have their costs as well. They generate power, so you start with a starting deck. In your starting deck you have the residential card. So the residential card, it gives you one coin, as well as a dissatisfaction icon, so we can call it a frowny face from now on. Notice there's no cost on the top, it just has a title. It also has a special ability, so all these cards have basically the same feature. The only difference is for the supply cards, you'll see that they're very similar, but you'll see in the supply card there's also a cost of how much it costs. So this costs 2 coins to buy. This residential card, when it appears on the top of your deck, you have to play it. You'll also notice there's a flip side here. This is the apartment. So what ends up happening is you can pay this flip cost here, and by playing that flip cost, it'll allow you to flip this card over. But you can't do that at any time you want. You can only do that once that card's in your discard pile. So you'll take your starting deck, which includes the convenience store, the hospital, the factory, Central Park, and on top of that, it comes with 4 residential cards and 1 apartment card. So you shuffle your deck. You kind of want to try not to look at what you're shuffling because you don't want to see what's on top. So we put that down. So I have a residential area on top. I'm going to play this. All right. So that is 1 coin I have, 1 frowny face. My limit for frowny faces is 2 in my play area. So what will happen is you can use the cards in your play area to purchase cards, and if I'm not going to use this card, I'm actually going to discard it because I see that the factory is the next thing up. And with the factory card, this card actually will force me to discard the bottom card on my deck. Also, residential cards force you to play them automatically when they come up. So I'm going to try to get rid of these and turn these into apartments as quick as possible. So I have this factory for 2. I'm actually going to use that to buy the convenience store. I'm also going to take the bottom card off my deck and discard it. And I'm done. Since I've used the coins on this, I've stopped. So it's a press your luck. You can keep playing as many cards out as you want, but if you hit your limit of 2 frowny faces, then you end up having to lose. Discard it. And I'm done. Since I've used the coins on this, I've stopped. So it's a press your luck. You can keep playing as many cards out as you want, but if you... Alright. So I'm sorry, I was trying to just see my stream going, because I was having some issues with it earlier. So now I have the hospital here. So the hospital's ability is you get 1 coin, plus you get 1 extra coin for each frowny face. So that puts me at 2. I could spend that to get rid of this other residential area that's in my discard pile, but I don't think I'm going to do that because I'm going to press my luck with this apartment. So there's a residential area under here. It's going to really get me. In fact, with the number of cards I have, it's probably a bad idea. So in fact, I'm going to take that 2, and I'm going to buy another convenience store, and I'm going to discard that. So I'm going to play this apartment, and it was a residential area. So if I had kept this card out and I had played the apartment, I would have been forced to play this residential area, and then this one, and then this one. So I would have gotten none of those cards this turn. So all of those cards are done. I'm now done with my turn. I can't play any more cards. I will have to reshuffle. Now with the solo game, what you're doing is, as a way for the kind of the game to beat you, is you're going to start discarding cards. I have 2 convenience stores I've purchased already, so I'm going to discard this. If there's nothing left in my supply, my turn is over and I'm done. So again, the convenience store costs 2. It generates 1 coin. It costs 3 to flip it over, and when you flip it over, you have the shopping mall, which actually would give you a victory point and 2 coins. but if you play this card, you have to play the next card in your deck if you still have cards available. So, all right, so I'm gonna take my cards, I'm going to reshuffle. And I'm going to play this apartment, and I have to play this residential, and I have to play this residential, and I have to play this. So those are all gone, and I play this, and those are all out. My convenience store is 1. I'm going to use that to flip over one of those residentials. This convenience store is 1. I'm going to use that to flip over one more residential area to an apartment. This factory gives me 2. Its ability forces me to get rid of the card on the bottom of my deck. Gives me 2. I'm going to actually play this other convenience store for 3. I'm going to use that to flip this convenience store over to a shopping mall. And that's the end of this turn, so I'm going to have to discard again. I'm getting rid of another convenience store. Reshuffle my deck. There's a residential area on top. I'm going to play that for 1. I'm going to play the shopping mall, which forces me to play the next one, which forces me to get rid of that, and forces me to this. But my limit is 3. I still am only at 2. I don't have to play any more cards. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So with those 6, I'm actually going to buy. In fact, I'm actually going to play the convenience store. Puts me at 7, and I'm going to buy a Central Park. And luckily the apartments are good. Alright. So those are all done. I'm going to play this apartment. I'm going to use it to flip this over to an apartment. I'm going to play this convenience store. I'm going to play this apartment. And I'm going to play this hospital. So the hospital gives me a frowny face. So I'm now at 5 because 2 for that, 2 for the apartment, and 1 for there. So with 5, I'm actually going to see if I can turn over a Central Park, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to discard. So, I'm going to get rid of a factory. So, I'm going to reshuffle. Sorry, I had to take care of a call with my wife. Alright, so there's my apartment, comes up. I'm actually going to play this next apartment. I'm at 2, I can't do anything with either of those. Alright. Hospital, I'm going to play. That puts me at 4. I'm going to play the convenience store for 5. The next convenience store for 6. I'm going to play the shopping mall for 8. I do have to play this apartment. Puts me at 3. I press my luck and I'm screwed. Residential area comes up. I play that. I play the factory. I have to discard this. So it puts me at 3. I'm going to use that to flip the convenience store. Alright, I'm going to discard these. I'm going to get rid of a hospital. And I'm going to shuffle again. Alright, so residential area, and I play this. And I play this, and I discard these. Alright, so I'm going to play a station. Station gives me 3 victory points. I'm then going to play the hospital. I'm going to play the apartments. So that puts me at 4. I'm going to play the factory and pull that out. So that puts me at 6, those 6. I'm actually going to buy another hospital. And I'm done. I'm going to play the shopping mall, which forces me to play the convenience store. I'm going to play the apartment. That puts me at 4. I'm going to use those 4 to flip this hospital to a church. The church is nice because it gives me the benefit of an additional frowny face. At the end of that, this shopping mall gives me 2. I'm going to use those 2 to flip. I think I have one last apartment in here. I'm going to flip that, discard it. I'm going to discard a factory. I'm going to reshuffle. So, I'm not doing so well here, but you get the general gist of how this plays. So we have the hospital here. So the hospital again gives me additional 1 for the frowny face. I play the shopping mall, which forces me to play the station. I'm going to then play the church, which ups my limit. So I'm going to play the apartment. The apartment puts me at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to play a factory, which puts me at 8. And lets me discard a card. And I have 1 more frowny face I can get, so I am going to play the shopping mall, which forces me to play the apartment. So now I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I'm going to use that to buy a Central Park and develop it at the same time. Flip it over. And that's the end of that turn. I'm then going to play this convenience store and this apartment and this apartment. So that's 3. With those 3, I'm going to take the existing convenience store I have in here. Do I have one still? I don't. Can't do anything with those, so I'm just going to discard them. I'm going to get rid of this hospital. I'm going to shuffle it back again. Alright, so we're getting towards the end here. I got to start turning these factories into something else so I can make some money off them and get rid of these apartments. So there's 1, there's 2. I'll actually play the 3rd one just so I can get rid of them. So the shopping mall, which forces me to play the hospital. I play this shopping mall, which forces me to play this apartment. So I'm at 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm going to play this station and this church and this other station. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 points. That's all I needed to win. So I have 8 victory points. I was able to beat this. Again, it's not the best game, but it's a quick, simple solo game just to kind of, waste some time. For the price, it's worth it, I would say. It can be a lot of fun when you're playing with multiple people once they kind of get the hang of the game, but if you're playing with somebody who's just learning, it kind of feels slow because you're just sitting there waiting for them to take their turn and figure out what they're going to do. But as you can see, I can go through the turns pretty quickly now. I think this would be actually a pretty solid game if there was an app for it that you could play it on your phone. But that's it for today. Again, this is more just a test for my Twitch account because I was having some trouble with it. So it looks like it's working out okay. I'm going to end this stream now. And thanks for watching.